Imagine waking up 1 year from today in the exact same place you are now. Same excuses, same goals written down but never started, the same regrets replaying in your head. And that future isn't created overnight. It happens because of small decisions you make every single day. The motivation isn't some magical feeling that strikes successful people. It's a spark, and if you don't feed it with action, it dies. The people you admire aren't different because they always feel inspired. They're different because they learn how to move when they didn't want to. And each achievement you've ever wanted starts with one uncomfortable decision, doing something today that your future self will thank you for. Your brain is wired to keep you comfortable. Comfort met survival for thousands of years, but in today's world, comfort often keeps you trapped. It tells you to sleep instead of getting up early. It tells you to scroll for another hour instead of learning a new skill. It tells you to wait until Monday, until next month, until next year. And then the problem is that tomorrow has a funny way of never arriving, and there will never be a perfect time to start. There will be distractions. Trust me, when I started this channel and other channels, I brought all of my gear, and I didn't do it for 2 or 3 years. The setbacks, the unexpected bills, the bad moods, and reasons to wait. If you're waiting for life to become easy before you chase your goals, you'll spend your entire life waiting. And the difference between the successful people and everyone else isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's consistency. And small actions repeated every day beat massive bursts of effort followed by weeks of doing nothing. You don't need to completely transform your life by tomorrow morning. You need to become 1% better today. Read 10 pages, walk for 20 minutes, save $10, upload one video, learn one new concept, make one difficult phone call. Those tiny victories, they stack up into habits. And habits build your future. Too many people underestimate how powerful consistency really is because the results aren't immediate. The first workout doesn't build the dream body. The first investment doesn't create the wealth. The first video doesn't build a massive audience. But every expert, athlete, entrepreneur, and creator started with an unimpressive first step. And nobody begins at the finish line, and they begin exactly where you are, uncertain, inexperienced, and wondering if it's worth it. And the answer is yes, but only if you keep going after the excitement fades. And that's where discipline takes over. Motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you moving. And when motivation disappears, think about every goal you've ever abandoned. Chances are you quit because the initial excitement wore off, and that's normal. Feeling change. That's why systems matter more than emotion. And instead of asking yourself if you feel motivated today, ask yourself what kind of person you're becoming. Are you becoming someone who keeps promises to yourself or someone who constantly breaks them? And every time you follow through on something difficult, you build trust in yourself. Confidence doesn't come from positive thinking alone, it comes from evidence. And every completed task is evidence that you're capable. And every challenge you overcome becomes proof that you can handle the next one. And stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Social media has convinced people that success happens instantly, but you're only seeing the highlight reel. You're not seeing the years of failure, the rejection, the practice. I get bad comments every day from all of my channels. I get people making fun of my weight. I get people making fun of who I am, how I smile, the way my eyes look, my expressions, the fact that my whatever, the way my hair looks because it's so gray. People have miserable lives and they want to make fun of me. I don't get it. Who cares? I don't care. You got to keep going. And sacrifice behind every overnight success story. Comparison steals your focus and replaces it with insecurity. The only person you should compete with is the version of yourself from yesterday. If you're improving even slowly, you're winning. Failure is another thing people fear far too much, and failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success. And every mistake teaches you something that success never could. The people who eventually win aren't the ones who avoid failure. They're the ones who refuse to let failure define them. Every setback is feedback. Every obstacle is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. And the question isn't whether you'll fail. The question is whether you'll keep going after you do. And the biggest obstacle you'll ever face isn't your boss, your bank account, your competition, or your circumstances. It's the voice in your head that says you're not ready, you're not smart enough, or not capable enough. But let me tell you something. That voice lies. It grows louder every time you avoid doing something difficult, and it grows quieter every time you prove it wrong through action. Courage isn't the absence of the fear. Courage is moving forward while fear rides in the passenger seat. Every successful person you've ever looked up to has experienced self doubt. The the difference is they refuse to let doubt make their decisions. They acted anyways, and you have far more control over your future than you realize because your daily choices, they shape your identity. If you tell yourself you're going to wake up early and you do it, you're becoming reliable. If you promise yourself you'll finish a project and you follow through, you're becoming disciplined. And if you commit to learning something new every day, you're becoming someone who grows instead of someone who's all stays stuck. Your identity isn't built by what you hoped to become. It's built by what you repeatedly do. And time is your most valuable resource because once it's gone, 41 here, you never get it back. Money can be earned again. Opportunities can return. Skills can be relearned. Time only moves in one direction, and that's why protecting your attention is so important. Every hour spent mindlessly consuming content is an hour that could have been spent creating something meaningful. Instead of asking where the time went, start deciding where it's going. Build a schedule that reflects your priorities instead of your impulses. Success doesn't come from having more hours than everyone else, it comes from using the hours you already have more intentionally. Don't wait for the confidence before taking the action because confidence is the result of action, not the requirement of it. And the first time you speak in front of people, you'll probably be nervous. And the first time you upload a video, you'll probably overthink every second. And the first time you start a business or chase a dream, you'll question yourself constantly. And that's normal. Growth always feels uncomfortable because you're doing something you've never done before. And if you only do what feels easy, you'll stay exactly where you are. If you consistently choose what challenges you, your comfort zone expands until things that only scared you become routine. Learn to embrace the delayed gratification. The world rewards patience far more than it rewards instant pleasure. The workout you don't feel like doing, the book you don't feel like reading, the money you choose to save instead of spending, and the extra hour you decide to improve yourself are all investments that your future self will collect. You know, here's the thing. Most people, they sacrifice what they want most of for what they want right now. Flip that mindset. Sacrifice today's comfort for tomorrow's freedom. There will be people who don't understand your goals. Some may even laugh at them. Let them. You don't need everyone's approval to build the life you want. Every minute spent trying to convince others is a minute stolen from your own progress. Stay focused on your mission, not on proving yourself to people who were never going to believe you anyways. Eventually, your results will speak louder than explanation ever could. And remember that every single day is a vote for the person you're becoming. Every healthy meal, every workout, every chapter you read, every skill you practice, every promise you keep, and every distraction you avoid is another vote for the future you say you want. You don't have to be perfect. You simply have to keep casting enough positive votes that your habits become stronger than your excuses. And one day, you'll look back and realize the life you once dreamed about became your reality because you refused to quit. So, start now, not tomorrow, not next week. Right now. Take one action before this day ends that moves you closer to the future you imagine. It doesn't have to be massive, it just has to happen. Momentum is built through movement, and movement begins with a single decision. And years from now, you'll either be grateful that you started today or wishing you had. Make the choice that your future self will thank you for because the life you've always wanted is built one decision, one habit, and one determined day at a time. Thanks for watching today. If you found value in today's video, please subscribe. We're looking to build this channel, and without you, we can't do it. And I would love to see you part of the team here. And we're just trying to promote a little bit of positivity for everybody. I'm feeling a little underneath the weather today, so please bear with me. My eyes a little swollen. My nose is a little puffy. I know. I'm trying to get through. Have a good day. We'll see you guys later. Well, we'll see you Monday probably.